my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my favorite face makeup brushes. On Wednesday I actually showed you guys my favorite eye makeup brushes. I am super excited because I've been wanting to share with you guys my favorite brushes for quite some time. Some of them are affordable and some of them are a little bit more on the pricey side, but a lot of them are very affordable, so I'm very proud of myself. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear the guy mowing the lawn in the background, but what can you do? So my first two products for the face are beauty blenders. This first one is the Black Pro Beauty Blender from Beauty Blender. I absolutely love beauty blenders for applying foundation and concealer. I think they are the best method to applying any flawless face. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to ask, you know, what the difference is between each beauty blender. So there's a pink one, a purple one, a white one, this one, and then I think they just had like a red one, and then there's the little green micro beauty blenders. I actually was watching a girl who actually works for Beauty Blender, but she said that the black beauty blender is actually for the colored cream products. My understanding is that the white one is more for like moisturizers and stuff like that. Pink one is just for your foundation and concealer. The purple one, I don't know if it has like a rhyme or reason. I think it was just like a special edition one, and then the red one is like a special edition one. The green one, which is also just like a micro beauty blender, so it's to apply concealer really precisely in areas. So this is my first method of choice for any type of foundation or concealer application. I think it is an amazing product, and I honestly have so many, as you guys can see right there in that little jar. So I love my beauty blender. I use it all the time. Favorite method for applying foundation and concealer. My next one is actually the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. But this is just like the beauty blender, and honestly there are a lot of dupes out there for the beauty blender, and this one in my opinion is probably the closest thing that you're going to find to the actual beauty blender. This one is a little bit softer, so it does absorb makeup a little bit more. This one is definitely a cheaper alternative. This one actually has a flat angled part right here to actually apply and get around all the corners, and then you have the pointed side to get in there and blend out the concealer and everything else. So I'm going to show you guys the 4 brushes that I like to use for face makeup application. The first one I'm going to show you guys is my newest favorite, like, obsession. So this is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7 brush. This is my very first IT Cosmetics brush, and I can honestly tell you that I need more. This is a dual-ended brush, so on one side you have a flat top, kind of rounded kabuki, and this is for your all-over face product, so you can blend in your foundation, which it does an amazing job at. Then on the other side you have a concealer kind of blender brush, which I really like to apply concealer to areas that I can't really reach, and then I apply it to the rest of my face to highlight. I absolutely love this brush. It's probably one of my go-tos right now. Like, can't get over it. Amazing brush. My next brush is the Real Techniques, I think this is a sculpting brush. So basically this is to contour with, but I use it for foundation. It does a really good job at getting in there and just kind of airbrushing the foundation on your face, and does a great job at blending it out. So this is a very tightly dense packed brush, but it does a great job. I also really like using this to blend out concealer underneath the eyes. It's a huge brush, but it does an amazing job at that. So this brush is a fairly inexpensive brush, and a fairly inexpensive like kabuki brush, but at Ulta in the drugstore section, so really great brush. My next kabuki brush is my Sigma flat top kabuki, and this is the F80 brush. This is just your standard flat top kabuki brush. Really gets in there and buffs out your foundation. I actually got this brush when I got my Make Me Cool set from Sigma, and that was over 3 years ago, and this thing is still going strong. I think it does a really great job at applying foundation and buffing it out and making it look like you have a really nice flawless face. I like how big it is, like the surface area of it really covers a lot of your face, and I think it is a great brush. My last kabuki brush is from RC Cosmetics, and this is their angled kabuki. I don't know if it has a name. This is a fairly inexpensive kabuki brush. So this one actually came in a set of 5 brushes for like 15 bucks. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is more of a rounded angled one than a flat one. I think that's why I like it the most. It really gets in there and buffs out that foundation airbrush like. My next brush is a concealer brush, and this is from Sigma. This is their Soft Blend Concealer F64 brush. It's just a fluffy concealer brush, and it really gets in there and you can reach in there and blend out all of that concealer. I also really like using this for highlighting my cheekbones or sculpting my face. It's so versatile and I really like it. I probably don't reach for this as much as I probably should, but it's one of my favorite concealer brushes. It does give you a really nice soft, like airbrush like concealer application, and I really like that about this brush. I think it's really great. So my next 2 brushes are very inexpensive brushes. My first one is my e.l.f. small tapered brush. This one I mainly use for setting underneath my eyes and applying my Anastasia banana powder to set and highlight. I also really like using this for highlighting the cheekbones, for sculpting out the face. But this one is $3 at your local Target or Walmart or wherever they sell e.l.f. cosmetics. This is a must-have. It's my favorite brush. So soft, and I've gone through so many of these because they are amazing. Like, I have like backups of these because this is my favorite e.l.f. brush ever. My next brush is from Real Techniques, and this is their contour brush. I really like using this for blending out concealer underneath the eyes. I also use this to set underneath the eyes, and occasionally I'll use it to chisel out my cheekbones. Real Techniques blows my mind every time I get a brush from them. I love them so much. Like, this one actually only comes in the core set, and you get this brush, you get a face buffing brush, which is also amazing. I love Real Technique brushes. I don't think I've ever been disappointed in a Real Techniques brush. So my next brush is an angled brush, which I love to use for applying blush or applying bronzer or contour. This is my MAC 10, I don't even know the number. This is my MAC 168 brush, and this is an angled brush. But I like this one the most because it is not so big, but it's not so tiny. So this one fits perfectly in the hollows of your cheekbones to chisel out and give you a nice contour. You can use it to blend out bronzer. You can use it to apply blush. You can use it to apply highlighter. So I really love this brush. I've had this brush for a really long time, and it's still going strong. So this one, my favorite angled like contour brush. My next brush is a fan brush, and this is from Crown Brush. Now this is just a very small fan brush, which is perfect for applying highlight to your cheekbones. It really gets in there and just blends out your highlight and gives you a really nice soft highlight instead of being so harsh. This brush from Crown is super cheap. I believe it's around $5. Also, this brush is really good for applying setting powder to the face. Using a fan brush to apply setting powder, it really gets in there and sets the face without making your face look really cakey. My next brush is a stippling brush, and this is from Nancy Cosmetics. So basically this is just a duo fiber brush, and I use this for so many different things. You can use this to apply your foundation, you can use this to blend out bronzer, you can use this to apply blush. I really like using this to mix together my blush and my bronzer and my contour, and it just really gets in there and diffuses all those colors together, so you get a really nice seamless look going up and down your face. I think it's a great brush. You can find stippling brushes like this anywhere. I just really like this one because it's a very short handled brush, so it's easier to hold, easier to travel with. So this brush is a blush brush, and this is my Nancy blush brush. A lot of Nancy brushes that I really like. I like using this one to apply blush to my cheekbones. I also really like using this one to contour with, which is really weird because it's not your average contour brush, but I think it does a really great job at getting in there and chiseling out those cheekbones. Like I said before, Nancy brushes are so soft and just so well made that they're really good. So I have 2 powder brushes. The first one is the Nancy powder brush. So this one also came in this set. This one is great for applying powder to your face, but what I really like to use it for is for bronzer. So after I carve out my cheekbones to give me a nice contour, I'll go in with this brush and put some bronzer on it and just really get in there and just bronze up the face. It also does a great job at setting your face with any like translucent powder. So my last face brush is from Sigma, and this is the Sigma Large Powder F30 brush. Every time I use this brush on camera, everyone's like, oh, where did you get that brush? It's so huge. I need that brush. This is just their large powder brush, and honestly I feel like it wasn't this big when I first got it. I love this brush for setting my face. It really gets in there and packs on that powder. This is another brush that I've had for over 3 years and it's still going strong. Alright guys, so that is it for my favorite face makeup brushes. I think these are my favorite all-time face brushes. I use them every single video, every single time that I put on makeup, and it was really hard for me to choose a lot of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up if you guys love these types of videos. Don't forget to check out all of my social media links down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my favorite makeup brushes. Now a lot of you guys always ask me what brushes do I recommend and what are my favorites. So I thought that I would do my favorite makeup brushes but do it in a series. So today's video is going to be all of my favorite eye brushes, and on Friday it'll be all of my favorite face brushes.